I'm at 42.
Half an inch pump.
I guess half an inch, maybe a full inch.
Deep and wide. Ah!
The front butt?
Front butt. We've been watching
Fupa?
1,000 Pound Sisters, so
Oh gosh.
a lot of front butts. You know, I'm kind of scoliosis, the uneven, the weight imbalance, you know.
It is definitely a very phallic exercise. You know when you walk after your set like this, you know you had a good set. Shout out Rick the Sticky Rick. Boogany. The Boogs. Boogster. Come over to our gym garage, bro. The bar is very cold on his balls.
Like literally walking my dog for like 30 minutes, like making my like foothold in the ground.
I feel blood pumping to places that's never pumped before.
Or I try doing landmine squats or tennis ball in the corner squats. Trying to kind of get our leg movements a little more dynamic, change things up. Kind of stuck there for a while, not really progressing at all. We tested this out. It feels pretty good. Just
Doing the
like that, dude.
Ukrainian squat.
All the stuff you can do. A bar and a tennis ball. Dude, I'm gonna be sore. Whew. I have that I'm like leaning back.
I'm not sure leaning back is the way to go.
No, because I'm getting like a full movement. See what I'm saying?
Why don't you just stand straight up? Like that.
I'm just not going as far. The leaning back was kind of hitting the quads. I was trying to get like a deep. I'm wearing shoes today. Leg day. Oh,
This is f***ing cold.
it's already burning, dude. This is already burning.
Well, this is the warm up. I just want to try to see how that weight, how the movement feels. I'm gonna go up in weight.
I mean, even just doing more reps like that was good.
So I feel like you potentially, you can hold as much weight in a deadlift as we would ever squat. Like some people, I feel like your grip strength would sort of max out because with a squat you have it on your back. Grip strength isn't a factor.
We can basically hold our max.
But yeah,
I just don't want to go up too, like something. Because I just want my body to figure out the movements and not tweak my back. Because my back is already on fire after doing that first set.
yeah, same.
I think it's just not used to a full range of movement. You know, I gotta get the hip flexor. Oh yeah, stretch the hip flexors out maybe. Let me give you guys a view of Ethan and outside. The three of you that watched our last episode. There's the snow. It's melting. It is, but it's at that super annoying stage right now where it's not melted, but it's just gross and slushy. How does that feel? That's significantly. It looks good, dude. Like that's a good range of movement right there.
It feels really comfortable.
I just we both have back problems, man, and to have I'm hitting my legs just as much, if not more. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you'd think our back problems would go away.
So what's the point in doing something else if I'm not even getting my muscles torn as much? Ooh, that looked good. I'm
feel it all in the legs. I feel like I'm mind muscle connection better than a regular squat.
I feel like I'm growing in places.
I feel blood pumping to places that's never pumped before.
We were talking BTS behind the scenes, kiddos. He already said the F word, so I forget to bleep that. I guess you can go tell your mommy. But we've been walking and being active in the snow, and it's difficult. Or at least I guess it's just different, you know?
It's frozen ice.
I'm wearing my boots and slipping and trying not to fall. And this morning it was slush and slush.
All the little tweaky muscles are sore.
Yeah.
That stabilize your groin.
Well, yesterday it was. I mean, we're talking like 3, 4, 5, some places 6 inches of like ice.
Yeah.
And then it rained, so it was like slick. And the only way I could walk around, I had my boots. I would go crush with my heel and like crush through, and like so I'm like literally walking my dog for like 30 minutes, like making my like foothold in the ground like that.
I did the same
And, like
thing.
my body's sore.
I would walk in the corner of the street where the water's pooled up and soaked into the ice a little bit. Because it's soft there, and I'm just walking basically in an ice slushy puddle of water that's like halfway up my boot. Just so I won't slip on pure, solid ice rink ice. Okay.
Oh yeah.
You do the laced fingers.
I just tried that this time. It was kind of nice. I'm trying to get like, as high up as I can, or that just keeps it away from my crotch a little bit. Like that extra distance as opposed to that. I need just like a 3-inch clearance is all.
The bar is very cold on your balls. When it touches your balls.
How thin are your sweatpants?
They're not that thick.
Oh, this weight is like.
And we never clean this bar. Like, can you imagine in the summer you go to do your set and it's just wet from like sweaty gooch?
What are you doing to it? That's why I did the weave, so I could just get that extra clearance.
Oh, that's gonna hurt my fingers. Does that not hurt your hand?
Yeah,
Oh!
honestly, kind of weaving your fingers together does hurt.
God, no way, dude.
Like it's kind of like I almost don't like holding hands like this sometimes. Do you get that sometimes? Like, it's almost painful. Like
Holding hands the other way though makes it feel like you're walking your grandma around.
yeah.
Let's go up again.
Yeah. I feel like
I'm not keeping track of rest either.
I think we could go up pretty high, like another 25.
Slow down.
Oh, we can keep. Yeah, we can do a lot of these.
This is the test day.
Or not a lot. We can do several sets, like 6 or so. It's already burning, dude. I'm already like, this is so great. And
Something to this.
I feel like it's one of those things where it's like, oh, like if you saw someone doing this, like they know what they're doing for legs.
Rick the Stick Bugenhagen, bro.
Yeah, like I no longer feel like
Shout out Rick the Stick, Sticky Rick, Bugen, the Boogs, Boogster. Come over to our gym garage, bro. We'll set you up right.
set us up right.
Well, he would actually help. Yeah.
We don't obviously. I mean, everything on screen is our equipment. Besides the Easy Bar is right behind the camera. So you guys are seeing everything we're working with, and again, just wait for the summer reveal.
This is my starting position.
Yeah, no, I like getting
Ass
nice
to
and
the
low.
bar. I almost like putting my feet a little further back, I think.
Yeah, I'm kind of tweaking with what's comfortable. And I only like slightly, like I was trying to like match the angle of the bar maybe, but it did feel kind of.
It's like a heavy goblet squat.
Yeah. But see, that feels pretty natural, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like you're leaning back. I was just mainly trying to keep the bar clear of my ancestors.
Your descendants, you mean?
Yes. Ancestors predate us. Precede, descendants. Proceed. I take my college degree back.
Glutes.
Funny story about my college degree though.
You know when you walk after your set like this, you know you had a good set.
I've heard that before. I have one of those mail slots, or at my house at the time, where they just put it. But for some reason, the trash is, like, randomly the mail slot is where the kitchen trash is. So you come home and it usually, like, slides over the top of it onto the ground. But when my degree got mailed to me, it was, like, just on the trash. Like, this is super metaphorical.
Yeah.
That's basically what it's been, honestly. It has been absolutely worthless. I think it's worked against me in some cases.
Why? Because you have, like, PTSD from college?
No, like, overqualification. Like, if I'm trying to get, like, an entry-level job or something. Like, the Cheesecake Factory never even got back to me.
I don't know. You're probably reading into things. They just get probably 1,000 applicants a day.
Yeah, that was in LA. That's not. It was a lot. They actually did get back to me after I started writing in the studio, so. That's like the last person. In the last 10 years, I've applied for like 500 jobs, and that's the only person I even heard back from. I never even got no's from anywhere else.
Every job I've ever gotten has been from knowing someone and then just hiring me because I know someone who works there. Literally every job. I've never even had to, like, audition for a choir or a band. Like,
I try like a close one. It feels weird. Oh my.
it is definitely a very phallic exercise. I've seen guys do it where they get the bar up and they set the thick part on their shoulder, and then they hold on like this, and then they go down and do squat. Yeah. That seems more precarious. But I suppose if you had a weak grip strength, that'd be good.
I guess the weight would be slightly heavier. I don't know. It's probably about the same, honestly. This isn't that bad.
The angle stays lower this way because if it's on your shoulder,
which
it's
is
be
heavier,
right? So it's gonna.
Because the gravity.
This is just pulling the weight pretty much straight down. How we're doing it. It feels just as heavy as a normal deadlift.
Honestly, a box the size, like just those cinder blocks, like just the teeniest, like a very small platform.
Oh, to stand on?
Yeah. Like if you were even just that high, like. But would that change anything? You'd still get bonked in the balls. You'd have to have his setup where there's like a chain.
We could just get one of those little weight stackers.
But my arms aren't long enough.
Well, true. We'd have to get a box to stand on and get the weight stacker.
Yeah.
So build a box out of wood or buy one or find something.
Which we haven't really needed a weight tree because
the grip is like $10. The weight stacker is like
he said like 20, 30 or something.
Probably super cheap. $20.
Boxes. This is pretty good though. My back is slightly tight, but it's a little grumpy from like a snowy weekend.
I think it's just getting more activated.
A lot of reading. Finished 4 books now.
Let's go up again.
$25. That's only 15 more pounds. Or you want to do even more than that?
No, this is still a test. I literally kind of don't know what a good working set is yet. Everything feels good, but I don't really know my limits.
Yeah, everything's... Yeah, don't misread it. I'm already pretty sore. But just because it's a new movement. I mean, it's hitting it. You feel the weight the whole way up and down, which is nice. And it doesn't destroy my shoulders.
There's no bar making me feel awkward.
I feel like I can be straighter with my scoliosis because I start down and I feel like I can get myself even. And then whereas squats, I kind of start, even as the weight hits me, I'm kind of scoliosis, the uneven the weight imbalance, you know. Miranda's hip kind of gets her when she does it too. I can tell. Gets the sideways lean. She can get to like 80 degrees, and it's like
yeah, her whole from her like toes to her skull, toes to her head is like many dysfunctional aspects.
ooh, her brain.
No, just
The way you put it
of her skeletal structure, everything like her ankles cave in.
pronated.
She cave in like this.
Yeah,
So
pronated ankle.
she walks around with cave in ankles, and then
That's a big thing.
like that's pretty bad, yeah. And then that just everything gets messed up from there on up. Have you ever seen her try to run? Oh man, dude. They say after 30 years old, like only like 5% of people will ever sprint again in their lives.
My sprint theory.
That's just some facts you hear on Instagram.
And that's why we start dying. Don't you also start
Yeah.
dying after 30 years old?
I guess maybe, but like you don't
Regeneratively.
necessarily have to. But
If you sprint,
like even if you're forced to sprint, because like a earthquake or a robber or like somebody has a gun held to you, you would fall down. You couldn't actually sprint, or if your sprint would be like super slow.
Just a
Like,
run.
you might as well just walk. Like
I love those videos and like people sprint and move up.
every time you see someone panic, if they're like above 30 and out of shape, they almost always fall if they try to run fast. I mean, you think about it. If they're not like somewhat fit, I bet I'd fall if I tried to run right now.
I have that fear, but I've been sprinting. Although I was going to bring it up. I'm still on the sprint everyday train because he's right. This goes full circle.
You're not even 30 yet, are you?
I'm 31.
Oh. I just turned 33.
Ethan's 33.
Don't
Yeah.
tell the audience that.
We're old. No, I think the 12-year-olds will like revere us. You know what I mean? When they're playing Fortnite, listening to this, they're gonna like aspire to. Do you see they added Peter Griffin to Fortnite?
Yeah. Did you see the Peter Griffin lookalike playing as Peter Griffin and doing a 360 no scope
Yeah, I think
off a motorcycle?
that was pretty impressive, honestly. I'm gonna get back on it, but for one, you can't run. It's been so icy,
Yeah.
and then now it's just absolutely flooded because it's been pouring rain and melting the ice. So you're kind of getting double. It's like two rains at the same time. So I need it. Honestly, I have my jump rope, and I should just use jump rope for 10 minutes in my garage, and that kind of mimics the fast twitch cardio hit.
This is like deadlifting. But it's a squat, dude. That's weird. It's a deadlift squat.
Because it hits everything. I feel like a deadlift really does isolate the back.
Yeah, this is hitting the front.
This is hitting, yeah. And depending on how
And
you
the
stand,
butt.
everything. Butt, front, yeah. Butt, front.
The front butt.
Have you seen a butt front?
The front butt?
Front butt? We've been watching
fupa?
1,000-Pound Sisters, so
Oh, gosh.
a lot of front butts. That show's hard to watch.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what, though? The newest season is Tammy is, like, smart now.
Oh, because she
she,
like
like-
fat clogging up her brain cell.
I guess, dude. She actually, like, got it. And is, like, actually apologizing and saying how she's, like, everything that you notice as a normal human being that's honest,
Oh.
she's,
Oh.
like, which it makes sense. Like, I knew she was lying to herself, like, she couldn't have
Yeah.
been that dumb, but it was just, I'm trying. But now she married a guy who's doing the same thing. He's killing himself. And so now he's doing the same moves to her. And she's like, wow, now I know how everyone else feels because I was doing this to them for years.
Oh, gosh. Why'd
Like-
she marry that guy?
I don't know, dude. He kind of smooched her.
She's probably loaded from the show.
I don't know, dude. I feel like the show takes advantage of him.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Those Kentucky chicken fried.
My microphone on.
Yep. So maybe we need to rebrand and be like, for like the 30 to 45-year-old single women out there. We can talk about like romance novels and chicken, roast chicken, and home decor, and be like buff men. But what if we actually started getting views?
I'm not doing that.
What?
You can come over and work out alone if you're going to talk about that stuff.
What if we just
I'll
got
let
millions
you
of
use my
views?
gym, but I'm not.
What if we got millions of views?
I don't care.
Well, I do, but I'll take all the profits.
Do it. As soon as you start caring about the views, that's when you lose all the views.
Oh, that's what I was saying 2 days ago.
How's that? It's pretty heavy now.
That feels good. Trying to get my right butt cheek. Honestly, I wish this rug wasn't right here.
I know, it's kind of
Puts my toes.
I could scoot it all back a little bit.
Ouch!
What did it hit?
My feet were just used to my toes being like this, so it just kind of felt different.
We can scoot this whole rug back.
No, it's fine. This is our gym mat, you guys.
It's my drum rug. One of them.
Deep and wide. Ah!
You could point your toes out further to the left and right.
Well, you could do like a
Point them out further.
really heavy dead morning like that, or good just.
Whoa, that's a deadlift, dude. That's a straight leg deadlift.
It's kind of widen it like that. Oh. When you start talking and experimenting and moving around, you figure out how many you're doing. You can do more. Secret. Oh. Dude, I'm not going to be able to do anything.
So now we could try the deadlift variation.
Yeah, was it kind of what I was doing, or I haven't seen someone do it with this. What's the maybe use? You think the grip?
No, the whole point is you're starting low.
I'm just saying, how do you do the variation?
Stretched. You just don't bend your knees as much. You don't start like this. You just.
That might be heavy. Does it feel different?
Yeah, because it's the butt back instead of just squatting straight up.
Yeah.
You're hinging and thrusting. Stiffy thrust.
I wonder if almost doing
Stiff legs thrust.
RDL, RUDL, RUDLs, Romanian,
Ukrainian.
Like if we kind of just did
Ukrainian Russian deadlifts. We're solving the Russian-Ukrainian war with this exercise, dude.
What war? Doesn't exist.
By combining the Russian deadlift with the Ukrainian squat.
I call it the Illuminati squat. I didn't get the job.
What's that one? Oh, you didn't get it?
I'm not surprised.
That's probably good.
I'm too normal.
They probably saw straight through you. Did
They
one,
probably searched me.
one internet search. No. One YouTube video to watch.
They just ran our videos through we should do that. Would be funny if one of you guys can do that. run all our videos through AI and then ask it to make an episode. And that would be kind of funny. That's actually a good idea.
Yeah, let me get some water and then I'll do my next set.
Do you want to... Was that weight good? Or?
Actually, probably go up a little bit, but I want to just do that one first.
Yeah, that's kind of feel. So usually I'm a little closer. And I'm like... There. So if I... There. Oh yeah. That's going to tear me apart.
Did you just cut in line?
I just tried it. Tried the movement.
That's so nice and warm inside.
Dude, I know. 38 degrees feels like a tropical paradise.
This still feels pretty cold, is what I was just saying.
No, I know. But compared to it was like 15.
Yeah, 15 is nuts.
Friend's house. Pipes breaking. Okay.
Oh,
We're giving them the 360. I'll give you guys a nice view of everything so you can
breeze. That breeze just chilled
see
me.
how great it
I
is.
feel like it's colder today than it was the other time we worked out.
The wind, dude. It's the wind. Because I was just thinking that too. I'm like, dude, I wasn't even cold all weekend. It's like 20 degrees, 15 degrees, no wind chill. Yeah, that's the angle right there. So see, we're getting kind of a deadlift. He's hitting those hammies.
Dude, this is so good. Dude, it's the best. Oh my gosh, we're gonna get huge. We should measure our butts.
Stand like where you're gonna.
Can we do a butt
Do you have the
measurement?
tape? We're looking for a tape measure, you guys. We're gonna do the butt. Oh, here it is. Woohoo! I'm not gonna look. You gotta measure yourself.
Oh no, that's why I want you to hand it to.
Where are you gonna how do you just try to get the most horizontal? Is this for just one day?
No,
But we do gotta put it
we'll
on
get
record.
our initial butt measurement. Standing straight, flexed.
Flex, pulling it in, or just relaxed.
Just tight, flexed. $41.5. Should say 41.
I don't even want to see what mine's gonna be. Mine's gonna be way smaller than that, I can tell you right now.
What are girls? What's the perfect measurements for a girl? 34, 36, 34?
$38. Oh, that makes sense. I guess, yeah, that makes sense. 'Cause my waist is smaller. Okay, so 38, 41. 38, 41, 38, 41, 38, 41, 38, 41, 38, 41, 38, 41, 38,
I
41.
can write it down if you want.
Because 2 hours from now, when I'm editing this, I'm going to forget.
We have it on video recording.
I'm going to forget I ever did it. I'm not even going to name the episode this. I'm going to totally
No,
forget.
you gotta name how to add 5 inches to your butt. If you want the 30-year-old woman demographic.
5.3. I tried that, dude. I tried a bigger butt one. We got no views. I was joking. I don't
Maybe
want
they don't
because they're
want
not.
bigger butts.
For one, older women don't watch hour-long podcast episodes of YouTube. Our audience is
not unless it's a murder
our audience is
mystery,
yeah, I know, right?
true crime.
Yeah, it's got to be about men who they hate and are toxic and are red flags, but then they listen to podcasts about them and secretly are in love with them, But But then the second someone in real life does anything normal, it's like, ew, Dumpy's crazy, oh, one crazy psycho. And then they go home and they listen.
That's an yes.
Oh,
Have
yeah.
you heard this?
Oh,
That's
this
an
crazy
ick
guy.
thing.
Oh, he murders so many women. Oh, yeah.
That's a thing. An ick.
An ick? Yeah, I know.
That's the new ick. Everything is an ick.
Oh, dude, everything is an ick. So I'm at 48.
Next, after we measure our butts off camera, we'll measure our penises and see if they grow from doing these new exercises.
I already told you my clearance.
Oh, there was one other thing I wanted to try today.
Lunges, single leg thing, split squat.
I can't remember. Oh, I should be doing those knee. Why is everything Russian? So, like, this thing.
Oh yeah, like the river dance. That's what I meant by split squat. Is that like the single leg dip thing? You could just do those negative. Can you do them negative? Like that's a good way to work into it. Is just go down slowly.
I don't want to do that. That looks miserable.
And then help yourself up.
This is as far as I can go.
Because your knees hurt.
I have weak knees.
You gotta strengthen them.
That's what this is for. I probably look so silly. Like a ballerina. Literally, I think what ballerinas do. It's like my right leg's weaker.
I think I can do a full one. But I have good knees.
Right after you just do the full set.
Oh,
Cramp?
a little bit. And
Yeah.
the leg I wasn't using.
Well, that's the hip flexor cramp because you have to lift that leg up.
Oh, I'm like
high.
holding it, yeah. Oh, yeah. Dude, my legs are burning.
Gotta throw these in. We could do these off camera as like a warm up. But and then there's these. Remember these?
Oh, yeah, sort of like a shin splint.
You can't have good ankle mobility, which is one of the things that messes up people in their squats. If you don't strengthen the front part of your ankle. And then, oh, dude, 10 of those was brutal. Then you should be able to bend more, keep your heel down, planted, point your toe better.
All I'm thinking about is your 41-inch butt.
My dumpy?
Dude, I want a huge butt. I want a bigger butt than anything else.
That's the one thing you want.
Bigger than a big brain. Or more than a big brain. Alright, he's stacking the weight. Getting ready for his next set. Holy moly! You know when you step on a pitchfork? Just literally just stepped on that and it just went boing in my butt.
Okay, I'm getting tired. I shouldn't though. I had a piece of birthday cake today.
I don't know. I don't know if it's the cold air too. I felt like I was kind of winded just walking Kong. Oh, did Katie make you a cake?
No. My parents made me a cake.
Oh, nice.
And then Miranda stopped in at the bakery and Katie made me a pie.
Oh,
So I have cake and pie.
what kind of pie?
Strawberry rhubarb.
Dude, that's the best. Look at this, you guys. We're not going to be able to walk straight tomorrow. And we got a bar, which you already have, weights, or if you don't, they're the easiest thing to get. And then a tennis ball right there. It's right in the corner. You just put a tennis ball over it, cut it open. Put the
Then
tennis
you only
ball
need to
in.
get half the weights if you're doing it this way.
True, yeah. If that was all the weights you had, you would have enough weight to... We did kind of get like that was a good deal that we got.
Yeah.
For the 45s.
Basically paid for the weights, and this thing came with it.
And the bar.
Yeah.
Because there was...
But just get your gym equipment used. It's it's all over the place. The one thing that kind of retains its value is the dumbbell plates, but everything else loses all its value for no reason. Just because somebody sweated on it a little bit.
It doesn't even have to be great, man. This bar is nothing. It's probably a Chinese bar. But whatever, dude. It served our purposes. Like, if you're super buff and you need a better bar, then you already have it, you know. Or you're rich.
Like real dedicated weightlifters obsess about the bar because it's like the thing you're touching the most, right?
Oh, this thing's nasty. I mean, I want to get a new bar.
And the feel of it and how sturdy it is and how much it bends. It's all like really experienced heavy lifting people get super obsessed about the quality of the bar and what kind of bar. Just like real guitar players, like the guys that actually are good, the only thing they really care about that much is how the neck feels on the guitar, how the frets feel, and how the strings are set up, how the action is, what kind of strings. Because that's what you're actually touching on the guitar. You can make any guitar sound good out of any amp if you know what you're doing. You can get a usable sound, but it's like the actual part you touch and feel on the guitar. It's the back of the neck, the fretboard, and the strings. So it's okay to spend a little extra money on a bar, you know, because you're going to keep it forever.
I agree with the analogy, but I think the guitar is more important.
The guitar is more important?
Than a bar. Like the neck of the guitar.
Yeah, I mean, do you play guitar 5 days a week?
No, I'm just saying I think it's more important to the principle of the guitar playing than... Because you could use a 2x4, but I couldn't just play spaghetti noodles and make it sound great. You know what I mean? So you can be a little bit more innovative with
I thought it was a good analogy.
No, I said I agreed with the analogy.
Let me have that one.
I said I agree with your analogy.
Why do you gotta be so nitpicky all the time?
I was just adding a separate point of how, like,
My analogies are never good enough for you.
we're both musicians, and I was just trying to say how I think the guitar is cooler and better.
You're always calling me dumb.
And that's why I can't get rid of my Telecaster, because I'm just so used to the action, the neck, the way it feels. I mean, just the thickness of it, you know, like my chord shapes. I like go to a Gibson for my Telecaster, and it's just slightly flatter but taller, you know. Like your thumb rests differently.
This is a fitness channel, man.
We're telling it.
Fitness analogies.
You were just telling the guitar analogy. It was your analogy.
You said you wanted more drama on the channel
Oh,
yesterday.
Just fight all the
I'm just pig fighting.
I was like wondering, like, why can't I say anything right? It is kind of cold though. I do like fighting when it's cold. We'll just only play devil's advocate. Every other podcast, they're all like, "Oh yeah, that's cool. That makes sense." But you never listen to podcasts. They're like, "You're full of crap, dude." Like, the whole time, like, no, shut down. It's like improv when they put a scenario and you say, "No, Like the number one rule of it.
Unless you're Eddie Bravo on the Joe Rogan Experience trying to talk about any conspiracy, even if it's like fully proven to be true.
Is he the mushroom guy?
No, Eddie Bravo is the guy that talks about flat Earth and any conspiracy. He'll talk about it. Even ones about like the Bay of Tonkin.
Yeah, Joe will push back a little bit, but very politely.
After a while, they just start railing him. It's sad.
Well, I don't know. Yeah, no. I meant in general. I don't know about that.
It's like, why are they even having him on the show? It's just, he's like they just bring him on to make him look dumb so that they can discredit conspiracy theories.
Oh, Joe Rogan is all about the alien conspiracy theories.
He used to be one of the most knowledgeable people about how the moon landing was a hoax. Dialed, laser sharp, knew all the facts, every little bullet point of information that doesn't line up, and he just rattled them off. And then at some point, he completely flip-flopped. Like once his channel got really big, and now he's like has Neil deGrasse Tyson on. He's always, kissing up to him. And
so is it possible he looked into it?
No, dude. He got some visitor backstage who made him a deal he couldn't refuse. To shut up about it.
The Bob Dylan conspiracy theory, selling your soul. Or you mean like an influential actual person?
No, some shadowy figure probably was like, "Yo, I'm gonna kill your family unless you shut up about that moon landing stuff."
But
here's $1 million. Keep your mouth shut, or whatever.
Oh, it matters. But that's connected to flat Earth then, though.
Well,
because what if he just believed in the planetary model? Would it matter?
I don't think he was ever.
Or is that more like government?
I don't think he ever got into flat Earth. That was much later that became popular. But Joe was like one of the original people with a podcast to talk about how the moon landing's fake.
So it's like government lying to you.
Yeah, NASA lying, basically.
Yeah. I just always like to know the motive.
I mean, the motive
why.
Probably in Joe's eye was like Cold War,
to funnel money,
space race. Let's make it look like we landed on the moon so we can seem like we're a bigger superpower.
You know what show I started? For All Mankind. Have you seen that one? I guess started. I have 30 minutes left in the first episode. I have no idea if the show's good or not. But it has a great opening. I love a solid opening. As a writer, script writer, comedian, musician, that hook, that opening, woo! And it starts out, it's 1969. We went to the moon in 1969. Yeah. Right? And
yeah.
It's it shows people all over the world and they're heading there, and it shows the light, and it's they're mimicking the same television news, and so you're oh, this is real, and the show is trying to show you what took place in the 60s, and then the space shuttle is landing, and that's landing we're just waiting to hear. We have television and radio feed. Oh, there's the first man. He's stepping out. What's the first thing he's going to see? And you're one small step for man, one giant step for mankind, or giant leap for mankind. And I didn't look anything into the show, and then all of a sudden he's Profius, no yet, I'm wait, what the frick, dude? And everyone is watching it, and it's and he plants a Soviet flag. So the show was, what if Russia actually got there first? But the opening was sick because you're you just think it's Neil Armstrong and what's his name, the other guy? Did I forget it? Buzz
Aldrin.
Buzz Aldrin. You think it's them. You think it's America, and then he spoke, and it got me because I didn't look into I didn't look or read. I just hit play. I was that's a great opening. It was really clever. I can see why that script got picked up, and then I never finished the first episode.
It didn't look that good.
But no, the opening was fantastic, man. That's solid. I'm jealous of that opening. That's a cool idea. The opening to Ex Machina is so smooth. So smooth. It takes 10 seconds and you get everything. He's alone. Everyone else is in the lighted room. He's in a dark cubicle. Click. Oh, what? He's surprised. Everyone starts. They turn their head. They all go, congrats, awesome, congrats. Boom, he's on a helicopter. That fast. You're like, oh, dude, he's alone. He's recluse. Oh, he won this big thing. Everyone else wins. It's changing his life. That's it, dude. You didn't have to take 10, 15 minutes to do it. It was like 10 seconds.
Yeah.
And I saw it and it blew. I'm like, that's impressive.
The whole, like, setup for, like, what the movie's about.
Okay.
In, like, 10 seconds. Yeah, it's pretty.
I think that's why I fell asleep to Dune, because I feel like
It's just
the whole first movie was a setup. Like,
It's the same with the intro to Star Wars.
Yep.
The original ones. The rebel ship flies by, getting shot at, and then the obscenely long, huge
Imperial or whatever.
Star Destroyer starts cruising over, and it just establishes, oh, they're the rebels. They're, you know,
right, small, weaker.
underpowered, underdog, and the long arm of the law of the Empire. It's like super clear. Didn't have to say a single word. Way to establish like the two major powers of the movie. Kind of makes me think George Lucas had nothing to do with it. And it was all just his, like, you know, set crew, like, filming in the back, you know. Those scenes took forever to shoot with the little miniatures.
And then there's Rebel Moon, which has the exact same opening.
Yeah.
And, like, so you instantly are like, so this is rip-off Star Wars?
But except there's that one vagina-shaped star portal.
Oh, I didn't finish it.
It's right in the beginning.
Oh,
Their ship goes through an obviously looking, like, very... What's the opposite of phallic?
Volvic?
Shaped, you know, wormhole. Like, why didn't you just make it round?
Wormhole.
Or like any other shape?
It's like a tear. You know, it's like Sauron's eyes, like a tear in the, you know.
Something about these, like, just doesn't hurt my lower back or anything. Like, I could do this all day. Is this the last set?
I think so.
Let's go up a little bit.
Yeah, we can do. It seems like a lot of weight, and it feels like it, but I do feel powerful. Like I could keep climbing, you know. But this is our very first time, so I feel like in the weeks to come, we can hit some pretty heavy weight pretty quick. The only thing is, like...
So it's not this exact weight, right? Because the bar is like a lever. So it's...
The bar adds a little bit of weight, though.
But
also takes some
all the
away.
weight is like out.
But it takes some.
All the weight's out in front of us. So it's like weighing down more. Not great with physics.
You'd have to get one of those strap arm things and then like pull it or hold it like right here. And then
like that's the one nice thing about his setup with the little...
Is it's just what that is.
Weight plate is you're just lifting that off the ground. You know exactly how much that weighs. This we have to sort of guesstimate.
Yeah.
Approximation.
I mean, that's not... I mean, no one really cares too much.
As long as we know what, like...
First getting stronger.
Our progressive overload is from the week to week. You know, we hit 5 at this. Next week hit 8. Next week hit 6. Higher weight, you know, whatever. So, as long as we keep progressively overloading, the nitty-gritty doesn't really matter.
Yeah. Get that butt out. There you go. Rip those hamstrings up.
Now it's starting to feel like some weight.
Oh yeah.
Oh. It almost feels more like doing it on a machine. Like maybe a Smith machine kind of feeling.
Yeah, kind of has that feeling to it.
But I don't like Smith machines either. This feels better than a Smith machine. To me.
Yeah, I think I tried one time and I was like, this is strange.
Yeah. I'm sure certain movements on it are great, but a lot of them feel kind of awkward.
I do like, if we had more room, I do like the leg press machines. Just because you can do so many things. It does, but I just like how you could like do one leg, you could do calves, you know, like I love doing that on the leg press just with your calves because you could just burn it fast. Yeah, and it's kind of like fun to sit down when you work out. Now I have to stand while I'm working out, man. I can't wait till I get home and sit. Can't wait till I get home and sit down. I'm like,
boo-hoo, you little baby.
I am like super deep cleaning my
I'm
garage.
so bad at fake fighting. I'm just saying I'm kind of bad at fighting in general. Even
You just get
verbally.
nasty. You just get physical.
No, I don't know. I kind of explode all at once because I suppress it down. I suppress all my anger deep down. I never let it out until it explodes, and I just get super mad.
Red flag! You sound exactly like that guy on every murder show I watch.
He sounds exactly like my dad.
I hate scary movies, but I'll listen to hundreds of hours of actual true crime.
Yeah, what is with that, man?
Women's comebacks in the comments, they'll be like, yeah, well, you guys work out in a garage. It's like we try to make our bodies more healthier. Cool.
Yeah, well, you
Wait,
watch,
I got it.
You watch videos about how to be better at recording, and you watch videos about
Ow. That kind of hurt my back.
how to be a better rock climber. There you go.
Trying to like really deadlift my leg. Oh yeah.
How's that weight?
It feels great. It's kind of like you almost feel like you can keep going, but you get tired and like.
Yeah, I've been holding it up and doing more like a Romanian, not touching it back down on the ground. And I got about 6 before I really felt like I needed to put it down.
Dude, I like.
Ooh, should we measure our booties again?
I feel torn to shreds. Ugh.
Watch this depressing result.
It's smaller.
Yeah.
Well, I already kind of had a leg pump. Like
I know, we kind of
maybe we
started
could take like a quarter minute.
We should, honestly, just measure again in like a month of doing these leg days.
Yeah. I mean, it's January. We got our weights. We got some measurements. We should do more. Tomorrow we should do arms and chest measurements.
Dude, I'm at 42.
Half an inch pump.
I guess half an inch. Maybe a full inch. It is more pumped. There's someone watching us. Measuring our butts.
Yeah. 38 exactly.
What were you before?
Well, I don't know. I was kind of here, and then my finger was there. So it's possible I got like an eighth of an inch of a pump. I was 38.
Oh, yeah. Okay, it doesn't work. We're scrapping it. Never doing these again.
I think it's great, you guys. It feels great. Like I said, dude, it's January. We got our weights. We got our butt measurements. Tomorrow, remind us. Let's get our chest and biceps. It'll be fun. I mean, come like July, June, halfway through the year, too.
Hopefully, my measurements go down because I'm gonna lose fat.
True. Well, you know,
Dude,
bicep. Yeah,
I was doing so good. 2 weeks straight. Definitely feel like I probably lost about 2 pounds since the start of January. And then over my birthday and the snow days, and running out of healthy food options to eat because we didn't want to drive to the store, and drinking on my birthday and stuff, I gained it all back. So now I gotta get back on the straight and narrow for until the summer.
You heard it first here, you guys.
There's nothing else coming up in my mind.
St. Patty's Day.
I mean,
that's like 2 months away.
I can just not eat breakfast or something.
Yeah.
Like, if I'm gonna drink, I just won't eat as much.
It's the day to day. You're fine. It's the day to day. Like, if the average day you're healthy and hitting that goal.
I know. I just had like 4 days in a row that were all bad.
Right. So it's like 2 weeks good, 1 week bad.
Honestly, it's like I wasn't like struggling or losing my sanity, or depriving myself too much. It really felt like I was just comfortable eating and tracking my calories and doing good and loving it. So I just gotta not eat a bunch of sweets and get stuck without having like protein in the house and only have like chips and popcorn. We can wrap it up there.
Yeah, we'll wrap it up there. We'll catch you guys next time. Like, comment, subscribe. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
Peace.